Hello everyone, good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Emerge Cooking Call with Gladys. Emerge. Women of Impact Global, emerge. Today is emerge. Emerge call. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. How are we all doing? Nice to have you here on today's episode of Emerge. First episode, and it's a joy. It's a joy to bring the first episode to you all, and I'm glad. I just want to introduce the music. Great. It's a joy bringing today's episode of episode of Emerge. And it's so dear to my heart because when God told me about this, program coaching call for younger people, women and all that, I was like, okay, so what should the topic be? How should I coach these, women or ladies, and what should I tell them? Because a lot of times, as an entrepreneur or a coach or a mentor to young women, you are like, okay, it's not like my life is all complete, but I realized that every stage of our lives, somebody else is probably going through that particular stage and needs that life lessons, right? Somebody also needs that life lesson to, to be able to make a very crucial decision in their lives, right? And I seek God first. I knew that, I have to, have this program, and God gave me the name Emerge. And I have the meaning of emerge. The meaning is so spectacular, and this is like we ladies, we women, really like heart to heart. Is a heart to heart conversation, right? Even though I'm the one talking at this end, it's a heart to heart conversation, and we're going to talk about real life issues. How can you emerge, right? Let me quickly give me a second. This is a family meeting for us all. Are my ladies there? Can I see you all on my comment section? Can I know I can't see you all, but I really have to try. I don't know. I have to. There should be a way I can see, comment sessions and all that. I don't know. I can only see the numbers of people, and I can see the likes, but give me a minute. Trying to turn on my laptop for my notes. My slide is here. Unfortunately, I can't share my screen, so I'm going to be reading out from my slide. Okay, so introduction. Let me introduce myself. My name is Gladys Ameh, and I'm an entrepreneur and a kingdom builder. I'm a lover of God and lover of all things good. I'm an interior designer practicing. I've been running interior design for the past 11 years, and it's been amazing. So I've run interior design in Nigeria and across, you know, across different parts of Nigeria and outside Nigeria, right? And it's been an interesting season because now it's become so apparent that I really need to use my life lessons to teach other people, because even as an entrepreneur there are different stages of life. Even as, you know, as a wife or as a woman, there are different stages of life, right? So today is like a gathering for, you know, for us to have like a heart to heart conversations. And it's so important that this you know, this topic is emerged, right? So I have been doing that. I am married with a child. I'm married to my king with a child, a handsome prince. So we live out of Nigeria, but I shuttle between Nigeria, right? But now we are borderless because everywhere we are we can impact people. Okay, so I've been running Women of Impact Global. Women of Impact Global is a community where we raise women leaders across the world to be all they can be, and to also, you know, be a voice, or be a voice in their industry, right? So I know my ladies are here cheering me up, and they can testify that it has been a very great, you know, community, and a very great, you know, platform for us, or I see us growing. My focus is really on women. I love women a lot, and because of my life story and how I transitioned to be where I am today, I really like to share my story, and I know that my story, you know, inspire a lot of people to go for gold, right? It inspires a lot of people to become all they can be. It inspires a lot of people to rise up and take, you know, take their life and say, you know what, I must make a meaning out of my life, right? So welcome. That is me. That is me. And, you know, I'm pleased to meet you all. Of course, I'm the only one on this part of the screen, but I'm pleased to meet you. So we're going to be talking about emerge, and under that emerge we're going to be talking about a very crucial topic, which is self-discovery. Very crucial. Self-discovery is my first topic for this quarter. And, you know, I'm going to be also highlighting self-discovery, how it impacts other areas of our lives, right? Because really, if we don't know who we are, there's going to be like, you know, every time you are either here nor there, either here nor there, either here nor there, either here nor there, you're not able to express your God-given talent. You're not able to, you know, live out the purpose God has called you for, right? So I'm going to define emerge, and please pardon me, I'm going to be using a lot of my life stories to talk about emerge. I'm going to be using a lot of my life stories. Okay, all right. So what does it mean to emerge? Pardon me to read it out from my notes. Emerge means to move out or away from something and become visible. It also means to arise. You know, it also means to arise, to come out, to burst out, right? To move out and becomes, you know, and become visible. How do you move out of where you are right now? You know, life throws us into different shades, different seasons, different different seasons of our lives, right? But how do you come out of that season and become visible? How? So that is emerge. And today I'm keying it into the topic I'm going to talking about, which is self-discovery. Self-discovery is so important. So what is self-discovery? Self-discovery is when you know who you are. You know, when you know who you are and whom you are. Ibukwashika says something, and she says, to thyself, to thyself, to thyself, to thyself be true. To thyself be true. To thyself be true. And, you know, every time she says that thing, it resonates so much in my heart, because if you don't know who you are, if you don't discover yourself, you might not be able to harness your purpose, your passion. Today I was reading something, and, you know, it's related to my field, and it says It says, know thyself. That's the first call. You have to know thyself. Know where you are at this moment. Know thyself. So who am I? I know that I'm a very joyful, vibrant, full of life woman, right? I love life. I love colorful things. I know who I am. You have to know who you are before you can emerge. Because if you don't know who you are, you will start taking other people's definition of who you are to run your life. So how do you know who you are? Constant self-assessment. And self-discovery, honestly, is a journey. It's a journey. You cannot say, oh, this today I know who I am. Trust me, because every time you go out, you see different things, and it almost wants to make you doubt that, what is my essence? What is my purpose? What is my essence? What is my purpose? So self-discovery, who are you? I was really asking myself, who am I? And I started writing down who I am, the things I like, how I like them, where I like to go to, what are the things that resonate with me. Now, everybody have different experiences in their spiritual life. For me, worship gets me, close to God. So I constantly have to worship because that is who I am. Do you see? So worship gets me close to God. I always have to play a worship song when I'm praying. I always have to play a worship song when I'm praying. I am a passionate person. And that translates into the things I do. I'm very passionate. I used to be emotional. But all of a sudden, my husband says I'm no longer emotional, right? But I think I'm emotional with deep things of God. And when life has taught you lessons, there are some things that don't move you anymore, right? So I used to be very emotional. I will cry at every slightest thing. Tears will just run out of my eyes, down, But right now, I think God has helped me to just, firm up. But I'm very passionate and I laugh very well. I got into a lot of trouble because I used to laugh a lot. So when people are talking to me, I'll be smiling and laughing. They will think it's rude. It's not rude, but that's just my expression. I laugh a lot. So knowing who you are will really help you not to compete with another person. And I hope my ladies are really listening to me, because this is like a heart-to-heart conversation. I'm not just reading things that I've typed, or maybe I've looked up to things on Google and other. Although I have a note which I'm going to follow, but I'm just sharing my heart with you. You see, you have to know who you are. What are the things you like? What are your interests? Me, I like quiet places. I like quiet. I don't really like a lot of noise, right? I like that. So how does that affect me? Does it affect my time of meditation with God? Does it? So all these things, self-discovery is a journey. It's a journey that you won't end until when we meet Jesus. Because I was still telling a few people this morning that, see, even people in their 50s, people in their 60s are still on the journey of self-discovery. Because eternity is in the heart of man. When you think you have fully known yourself, God will bring up another dimension of you. That, is this me? Is this me? Wow, I didn't know I could do this. I didn't know I could do this, right? So when you know who you are, who you truly are, to your true self, like I said, know thyself. Know thyself. Who are you? What are the things you love? When you know these things, it will help you not to compete with another person. It will help you to stay true to yourself. It will help you to harness your passion. It will help you to get your purpose and stay on it. It will help you focus. If I know that I'm not so much of a camera person, shy person, see, I now such person can now say, okay, you know what, I want to either develop this area of myself, or I want to be behind the scene. Some people like to be behind the scene. They don't want to be seen for anything. They don't want their face out there. They just want to be behind the scene. You can ask yourself that question: do I want to be on camera or behind camera? Right? So self-discovery is one area that every one of us need to really like reflect on who I am. Like I said, I was reading something today and it says, know thyself. Know thyself. What are the things that interest you? Know thyself. And this way you can now look to it will help you harness every aspect of your life. When I was starting out life properly and all that, and different challenges came, I asked myself, why am I in this world? Why would I be the one that will come up and then at a young age start, get pregnant? I'm not able to go to school. When my friends were in school, I was pregnant. I was heavily pregnant. When they come for holiday, they'll be telling me, hello, how are you? And, because of the kind of location I was before. And it was such a thing of shame. At that time, it was a thing of shame because I wasn't in school. They were already in school. They were in school already. They were in university, but I was not in school. I can picture that season. So, and it now made me sort of like, my self-confidence, self-esteem was affected because of that. So I could think that I won't be able to do something like this. I won't be able to do something like that. But guess what? You see, during this self-discovery, God will take you back to bring you forward. He will take you back to bring you forward. I realized that during that time, at when I was younger, when I was in high school, in secondary school, I used to love to talk. In fact, I still have my notes. I have a journal where I used to write about things that I love to do when I would love to do when I'm older and all that. I still have the notes. And I used to say, okay, I'm a solutionist. That word I can never forget. I'm a solutionist. Secondly, I like to talk. I'm going to be hosting a talk show. I never knew all these kind of things will happen to me. I love to host a talk show. I love to be an intentional person. If you see my notes those times, it was like somebody was teaching me those things. But fast forward to 15 years or 17 years. Fast forward, no, more than 17 years. Fast forward, I started talking on screen, like me talking to you right now, right? Those are the things that God has embedded inside of me. But if I'm not able to discover the true person, I am, I won't be able to do this today. When I was starting out my business, I knew I love exquisite spaces. Not so maybe I might not have the word at that time to say they are exquisite, right? But I loved clean spaces, right? I love things to just be tidy, arranged, I love just try to make everything, tidy. Even in our small house at that time, when I fold my clothes, how I pack my bags, how I keep my son's things, how I like to dress my clothes at that time, I always love things like that. So when I now started doing this thing, and I realized that, oh, it's born from inside. Now I can go on and on and on and on and on this, journey of designing, because it's from inside. I design from the inside, right? So at every point in your life, you have to sit back, reflect and say, who am I? What are the things that will empower me to get to this place of self-awareness? Be aware of who you are. That nothing can shake you. That your neighbor is buying house every minute. It won't shake you because you know who you are. And a lot of people, when they know themselves, when they work for 24 hours, they know the result they're going to birth. You have to know what is your inner strength. What is your inner strength? That's number 2. What is your inner strength? Are you harnessing your inner strength? Are you harnessing it? Are you developing it? Are you honing it? Are you celebrating it? A lot of times we abandon our strength and start celebrating other people's strengths, right? So you abandon your strength and start celebrating other people's strengths. What are your strengths? Are you celebrating it? Are you really like looking at it? So one of my mentors used to say, look at yourself, tap yourself at the back and say, well done, Gladys. Well done, well done, well done. You have done well. Because every time you push away your strength and you start magnifying your weakness, let me tell you something. You are what's the word? You are just doing yourself a disfavor, because it will not only stop you from, achieving the things you are meant to achieve with yourself. You see, your life is like a city. Your life is like a city, and a city is complex. So don't expect your life to just be straightforward. A city, Lagos, is complex. Nigeria is complex with so many streets, so many cities, so many addresses. So why do you think that your life will just be, so at every point in time, you have to be on that journey of your strength, harnessing your strength, celebrating your strength. And real life example I'm going to give. There was a time I was so ashamed of how I speak. I don't even like to come online to speak because I feel like I would just do a lot of, But I now realize that I am doing myself a disfavor, because what you don't do consistently, you will always not even get it right. You will always not get it right. So you have to consistently celebrate your strength. I know that I'm bold, right? So that boldness is the reason why I'm on this screen today talking to you. I know that I'm bold, very bold, as bold as a lion. That's what the Bible says. He has made me as bold as a lion. So now the speaking, how I was able to, navigate that, how I was able to, navigate that is, I started going live. I just started going live. I just started going live. I just said, I have to go live. I have to go live. I started talking to people. I have to go live. I have to go live all the time, right? So every time you think about that thing you are not able to do, be audacious. When you say audacity, I am audacious, right? I'm very audacious. Very, extremely audacious. Extremely audacious. I can look at anything in the face. And that is the boldness that comes from the inside when you know who you are. So I had an interview recently and the person was asking me, so Gladys, how did you know that this thing you were about to start, which is interior design, was going to be? I said, I didn't know, but the boldness I have to keep going and keep learning, oh my God, it was so huge. It was huge. It was huge. I had that boldness, that nothing. And somebody also asked me and said, okay, what if everything you are doing right now, what if you fail? What if you... I said, I will start again. I'm not afraid to start. And that's because I know who I am. I can put in the result. I can put in the work. I can apply myself such that just give me some time. The result will show. Right? So I hope we're enjoying the class. I'm not going to take a lot of your time, right? And first thing is I talked about is self-discovery, and I hope that you are able to get it and all that. I hope you are able to understand what I meant by self-discovery. So my second question is, my second point is empowerment. How are you able to okay, so sorry, I want to change a setting because I don't know why you can't comment. I don't know why you can't comment. I don't know. I don't know. I can see some. I don't know why you can't comment. Pardon me. Okay, so this is my first YouTube live. I'm sorry. I guess we'll all have to come back, you know, to watch it over and over and over again, and staying here waiting for me to reconnect back to my internet. Thank you very much. So I'm just gonna jump right into my second point. My second point is empowerment, right? And I'm going to use real life scenarios for this particular point. So I remember starting off my career early in 2012, right? When I discovered that I have this, you know, I want to go ahead with this interior design I'm doing, right? And I knew that, okay, for me to go ahead, I need to actually learn a few things, right? I need to learn this course, interior design training, and many more things, right? But guess what? There was no money for me to do that. There was no money. I asked a few people. It was 75,000. I can't ever forget that. I asked a few people that I thought they had money, you know, at that time to spare for me, but they told me, "Oh no, Gladys, it's not a good time. It's not a good time." So I said, "Okay." So, you know, I remember one day just walking home, and I told myself, I said, however I would learn this training or do this interior design training, I would do it. However it is, I would do it. And I went ahead, I started researching online. I research online, read about everything and anything. I took my personal development, empowerment, you know, so I took my personal empowerment and advancement, as in, I took it personal. Because, and I realized that, you see, some people, I cannot depend on people for anything. I can't, for anything at all. So I told myself, I will take this thing personal. I started doing training online. When there's free training, I will go. I did volunteering for trainings, programs, every conference I went for it, every training I went for it. I will pick up course on Allison at that time. I pick up free course. I will do it. I will learn fabric. I will go for exhibitions. You see, I took my personal development personal. That's the word. I took it personal. And of course, it paid off because people started asking, "Oh, so how did you learn this thing?" I just laugh. When people ask us, "Where did you learn this thing?" I said, "It's Holy Ghost." Because flesh and blood has not revealed or has not taught me this thing. It is the Holy Ghost that has given me the insight to go ahead to take my personal development very serious. You see, I took my personal development very serious to the point where I go for, you know, I started learning how to do my, you know, fashion. I learned how to do my makeup myself. My makeup, no, this one is horror makeup. Don't worry. This one is very horror. My makeup game is, you know, I had to learn how to do my makeup, learn how to fix my lashes, learn how to do a lot of things, because there are times will come. There are times where you won't be able to, you know, get someone to be able to do it for you. You have to do it yourself. Yes. Another thing I developed myself on was reading architectural drawings. Till date, nobody taught me that thing. I'm telling you. I took it personal. I said I would. So when I had the opportunity to work with these people, I will go in depth. I will ask questions. So why is this? And guess what? I used to go back. When I go back, I said every word that I see on those drawings. For example, Holy Spirit, help me. Legend. There's something called legend in architecture. You know, I will go, what is a legend in architecture? I will read it personally, because I knew that once I know this thing, you can't take it away from me. You can't. You cannot take it away from me. So I will, because if someone gives you something, they can take it away. But this one that you have by yourself, you got by yourself, nobody can take it away from you. So I decided I will get this. I will do this. I will do this. I will learn myself. Personal development, empowerment. Empower yourself. Empower yourself. When you empower, you become an unstoppable force. An unstoppable force when you empower yourself. See, I don't like people that say, oh, I don't know how to do it and I don't want to know how to do it. Of course, there are things I say I don't want, I'm not interested in doing. Like I'm not even interested sitting down doing architectural drawing right now. I'm not interested because I can pay to do it. I can pay somebody to do it. And of course, like when I'm busy doing other things, I'll not sit down 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. No. I don't have that patience. To sit down doing one thing, I don't have that patience. So, but you have to think about it. Right? So, empower yourself to be a force, in that area. When people think about it twice, they will mention your name. That's how you emerge. That's how you emerge. You equip yourself with those qualities. And some of the things I'm going to be talking about on this empowerment, I'm going to be highlighting a few things. When you discover yourself, it helps you know your values. It helps you know your values. What are your values? What do you stand for? What do you stand for? I'm a person of integrity. When you tell me something, I will not tell another person. So when people come and tell me something, you will not hear it somewhere else. I promise you. I may just be looking at the person that they told me about, like, wow, but you will never hear it somewhere else. So, or for example, you give me money to do your business or something, you give me money to hold. Come back, I'll give you your money back. Your money will be intact. Yes. So it makes you develop your values, yourself, your personal value, your personal goals. What are your personal goals? What are your personal values? Right? It helps you to develop those things so you know who you stand for when you go outside. When they're doing something wrong or something, you won't be found doing that kind of thing, or you can be able to opt out immediately because that is not your value. Those things does not relate or correlate with your personal value. And that's just you see some people bring they write up some statement and say, oh, sorry, I am no longer with these people because their values does not relate with mine. Their value does not merge with mine, or they are not aligned. They're not aligning with mine. Some companies, the board directors will drop off that company because the value of that company does not align with their personal values. That's why we say, a lot of people say, have your personal value, even your career, for your business, for your family. Have your values, who you stand for. When they mention your name, they will know that, okay, this person is for this and that person is for that. The earlier you have your values intact, the better it is for you, because you will face a lot of a lot of let me use the word restriction. You face a lot of restrictions, or you meet a lot of people who want to challenge who you stand for or who you are, right? So you have to guard your values properly, and I love Mrs. Awoshika so much. She used to tell us, my values set me apart. You cannot come to me for something I will not agree with. So her values set her apart. She said some people will call and say, Mr. Awoshika, I know you are the only one that can do this. You are the only one that can do this job in Brookhouse. The client says, Gladys, I trust you. He did not even question me one day. What color of chair are you using? What color of curtain are you using? Because they trust. And now when you get to that point of strong personal awareness or self-discovery, you are able to be satisfied in your inside. Now, I don't mean that you're satisfied to the point where you are not able to push for excellence. I mean, you're able to satisfy on your inside that no matter what, come what may. For example, for me personally, no matter what, come what may, I must give my clients excellence. I will go over and above. over and beyond to give them that quality, because they will mention my name in rooms where I am not. You see, I'm using real life examples, and I know that I'm talking to a lot of young people, so I'm not trying to be ambiguous with my English or with my words or with my statements and all that. They will mention your name in rooms where you're in. You know, I used to say something to people. I said, when you are working for someone, you're working for yourself, because in turn you are learning for yourself. I tell you the truth. Forget the money that they are paying you. You are, because all the traits, and I tell myself, I said all the lessons, I tell myself for all the things, well, even if you work for me or work in my office for 1 month, 2 months, for life, you will not forget me in a hurry. You will not forget, because you will learn. And those lessons will not leave you on time. Anywhere you go, even if it's one thing, you will use it. You will implement it. I once had a staff who resigned and went somewhere else. Guess what? He didn't resign in a good way. But guess what? He went somewhere else and put Brookhouse as the company that he in fact, they called me that I interviewed this boy, you know, and I said, oh really? Did he put our CV, our name on his CV? What if, you know, what if I give him a bad rating? What if I give him a bad rating? Right? So it will help you to analyze your values. You see me, I don't like anyhow things. I don't like any. I like, you know, when you say, so those are part of the things that, you know, that makes me who I am. I'm different from every other person, right? So when you constantly empower yourself, you can be in rooms, you can have conversations, quality and smart conversations, because you would have been like, you know, you are exposed. Not that you can't have no, you have to be able to have good conversations with people who are maybe older than you. They will know, oh, this person is knowledgeable, and they can recommend you. As a woman, I can't tell you how much you need personal development or personal empowerment. You need to be, you know, when you say empowered woman is a force. She's unstoppable. She's unstoppable. She can change the trajectory of her family and of her life. You know, when a woman is empowered, it's not for herself alone, it's for her generation. Because her children will be empowered, her neighbors will be empowered, her family, her generation will be empowered. Have you seen a woman get money? She won't spend that money alone. You will see her spending the money. Oh, take this one for your son's school fees. Take that one to feed your child. Take that one to buy clothes and all that. That is how much you need to be empowered. I wanted to say one Yoruba adage, but I can't say because I'm alive. People will not understand it. You cannot underestimate the power of an empowered woman. You cannot underestimate it. Right? So that brings me to my next topic. I'm going to be rounding up soon. It's 40 minutes in. Passion. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing comments. I'm not able to, you know, see comments. I would have loved to see comments, but it's fine. I want to be sure that everybody is flowing with me. Ladies, if you are here, please go to the group and start, you know, commenting so that I know that I'm doing well. I'm doing well on my, you know, on my call today. You know, I want to just quickly touch on passion and how it's, you know, how it helps a woman, you know, how it relates to our gifts and our purpose and everything. At a point, a lot of people don't know what their passion is. Yeah, they don't know what their passion is. They just go about doing many things, different things, just do all sorts of things. I don't know. When they say this one is the one that is in vogue now, they'll go for that one. They say, is that one in vogue now? They'll go for that one. If they say that, you know, they are not consistent. You know, how do you even develop passion? So what is passion? Passion is that thing that, you know, you are fueled up when you hear that thing. You are happy, you are inspired, you are joyful when you hear, oh, hair, I love hair, I love everything that has hair, because people see your hair always laid, your hair is always made, your hair is always, you know, clean. It's like, I'm going, because you are passionate about it. And guess what? Therein lies your purpose. Therein lies your purpose. And I'm going to use a real life scenario. There's a lady I met, and she said when she was in school, she worked, you know, when people prepare themselves, you know how King Charles was born and raised to be a king. From his inception, or from conception, they already started singing to him that you are a king, you are a king, you are a king, you are, you know. So he knew. So they don't need to even convince him that, oh, it's like maybe you are going to be a king, or maybe your uncle's children. He knew from day one that he's going to be a king, right? So the lady said when she was in school, she studied to be an accountant. So she studied economics, right? Economics. So she wanted to be at World Bank. That was her target, right? She came in, she started working in the bank as an accountant, you know, started work, you know, as, you know, I mean, she started working in the bank, and she worked there, but guess what? She was not fulfilled. But while she was in school, she just loved all these pearls, you know, hair, fashion. She just like crafts, you know, making different clothes and everything. You know, she loved it. People just like the way she dresses and all that. But guess what? She was aiming she was aiming at World Bank, right? She studied abroad. She's well traveled. She's from you know, a good family, right? So she already know that, okay, when I work from now, I'm going to be in the World Bank. That's my retirement plan and everything, you know. But guess what? She started getting unfulfilled at that job, and then realizing that fashion makes her happy. Fashion makes her happy. Clothes, hair, just looking stylish and everything makes her happy. And that's not to say it is vain. It is not vain. And she now left her banking job and went into fashion and lifestyle, right? She went in there, and guess what? And she was married. When she got married, she had to wait for a child. She waited for a long time, right? And while waiting, she was busy with her passion. Can you see? She was busy with her passion. People will come to her place. So she's also a makeup artist. She will do people's makeup, do their, you know, she was doing people's makeup, style their clothes and all that. Just style them and everything. And then after a while, she just started, you know, people will come to her, and then they'll start saying, you know, when you're doing someone's makeup, when your makeup artist is doing your makeup, there's always one conversation that you guys are having. So she just likes to talk with people, and she realized that people used to confide in her a lot, share their story. Some people will cry, some people just need a shoulder, you know, to lean on, right? So she'll just share her story, and she'll just, you know, people just share that story. Sometimes she just tells somebody, oh, you are beautiful, and the person start crying because that's what the person just needed. And guess what? At that time, every time she reach out to people, women like that, women have those issues a lot of times, you know. Some women, she said, okay, some women would like a lot of like long lashes, like put it there. Some women, you will never see them without their makeup, because something has been touched in that area. Now their self-esteem, they now have low self-esteem, their confidence is now low and everything, right? So, you know, so she said every time she does that, she is ministering to women, healing. She's ministering through her makeup. A lot of women started confiding in her, and then she started a ministry, BMP, beauty, butterflies and pearls, right? Butterflies and pearls. He said, you know, so she takes it, she will, you know, put them together. They will pray for mothers and people that want to, you know, that are waiting for children. You know, if you're waiting, that was where her ministry is. Your passion, therein lies your purpose. So our purpose in life was to minister to women, broken women. Broken women who don't know how to go about life, but needed somebody who is at that particular stage of their life to encourage them. You see, so passion and purpose, they are like this. So a lot of times, a lot of times when we are just confused, oh, so what is my passion? Think deep. It's there. It's there. It's there. I'm telling you. It's there. That thing you love so much, either cooking, maybe you are making food for people and you are making people's life beautiful. You are saving people from cancer because your food recipe is good. So much. That is your purpose. You see what I'm doing? It is my purpose. So when I was going through the things I was going through that time, is to prepare me for a season as this. Is to prepare me for a season as this. Right? So you see, when you discover your passion, I love interior and I love women so much. I love women, oh, even my enemy women, I love them. I'm telling you, I don't have enemy women, but I'm saying I love women so much. I'm telling you, you know those people that say I'm rooting for my fellow woman. I'm rooting for her. That is kind of woman I am. I love women, no matter what they have or they not. I just love to see them empowered, because you see, when a woman is empowered, a lot of shame is cancelled out of her life. Shame, you cannot associate shame with a woman that is empowered, because she can take up her life, she can challenge life issues, she can raise her family, she can empower her family. Her husband will be a king at the gate, like they will be cheering her husband. I see your wife is, don't you see men that their wife is doing so great? They are always very proud. Do you know what it means to support your husband? Oh, please. So you see, your passion. So when you keep looking for your passion, you keep looking for your passion, you keep looking for your passion, you keep looking for your passion. Your passion is there. Don't go too far. It's there. And where your passion is, therein lies your purpose. It's there. Right there. Right there. You see the story of the young lady? Through makeup, she now realizes she's ministering to women. Broken women who are broken, who are who lack self-confidence, self-esteem, low self-esteem. She's helping women in waiting. They're, and a lot of women, she said, I can't count it. So imagine she's in World Bank now. She maybe not be fulfilled. She might not be able to even enter the World Bank, or even if she entered, she'll just, she might still come back here. She will still come back here. Or the story of Jimmy Tewe, who became a manager, who rose to become the general, the HR group HR or head of HR at 27, head of HR for UBA Bank. Resigned after a while, bought a house. He's already okay career-wise. But guess what? At that peak of his career, God said, that's not what I sent you for. Can you see HR and managing human, let's say people, managing people. Now he's a public speaker, a pastor, a coach, a kingmaker. So you see, your passion, therein lies your purpose. Right. So that brings me to my next point that says, create a vision for success. Create a vision for success. You cannot really just be, running through life without a blueprint. The Bible says that write it plain. He who runs may read. It's you that is talking to. Write it. It's not saying that Gladys that's run. I don't even know where you live. So how do I see your vision? I will see your vision through the things you are doing. Can you see? I will see your vision through. Oh, I'll say, oh wow. So this person really wants to be a tourist. That's good. You see, he wants to be a tourist. He's already showing us the places we want to go and everything. Your passion. Create a vision. Do not think your vision is in your head, please. I struggled with this as well. So I'm telling you at this point that don't think your vision is in your head. Write it down. Make it plain in your notes. I have only one note I carry for a quarter. Everything I put it there because I always go back to those notes. Right? Write it down. Create a vision. So how do you create a vision for success? What is your career journey? Where are you going? Create the vision step by step of how you want to achieve this. Now, there's a particular state I want to be in my industry. I'm, reading, creating, okay, at this stage I will do this, at this stage I will do that, at this stage I will do that. Okay, what are the things I need to do at this stage? I started looking for online course at this particular stage. I started looking for training. I started looking for videos that will help me get to this point. Now, the point is success, right? But to get that success, I have to create a vision for it. At the end of 2028, I should be able to have achieved this in my life. So you have to be able to create a vision for success. Success is personal. Yes, success is personal and it's for you. Success and is at the level where because everybody sees success differently. Some people see success as somebody who has money. That's not success. Some people see success as somebody who have built a house. What does success mean to you? So you have to define it by yourself. What does success mean to me? And then you create a vision for it. Right? I hope I'm making sense. Hello everybody, are you there? Are you there? Are you there? I'm enjoying myself. And I'm hoping that at the end of this call, by the time we are meeting again next quarter, it's going to be amazing. Amazing. I'm going to be hearing testimonies, live, comments that my life has moved from here. Yeah, because I want to hear your comment. Please send me a direct message. Send me WhatsApp message. Send me Instagram messages. Tell me how this call has been helpful to you and all that. So my next point is develop partnership as the support structure. Now, when I mean develop partnership as a support structure, it means that you should develop key strong relationships. Partnership is also relationship. So how do you merge both of them together? It can be either in collaboration with another brand, or it can be collaboration with another person, or it can be collaboration with something, or it can be just developing a very great relationship, professional relationship, personal relationship, and how to manage them, how to manage your relationship. See, people are the greatest resource in this world. I tell you, we all have lessons to learn, and I'm telling you, these are the areas that I have struggled and I've learned a lot of lessons. I learned the hard way to manage my relationships. I used to think that I beg, hey, you can't do relationship like I beg like that. You can't just throw it away. Everybody is needed, and you don't know that man, that woman that will stand up for you tomorrow. So see, life is very fickle. So every relationship is very important. How you manage it. Even there were some relationship I did not manage well, and they were very upset with me, or maybe I couldn't manage those relationships very well, right? And when I learned about relationships and all that, I had to go. I cover myself. I cover I removed the I removed the shame in my eyes. I went to those relationships to restore it. So I'm challenging you watching me today. If you have a relationship that is not going great or that has gone sour, please go and restore that relationship. Yes, and prove yourself to that person. And relationship always does not have to do with material things. Please, it can be, I know how to send messages to those people. After 3 months, I say, oh, hello, how are you? I just want to check up on you. How you doing? Or maybe when I travel to a new city and I know that I have this person there, I will take the pain to go to that location to go and look for that person. And when you see, relationships are like bank. You they're like bank where you deposit money. You deposit your values, your goodwill there. When they say kings shall come to you, and okay, no. When they say your gifts will you make room for you, in high places. It's not just gift and talent. It is gifts, like gift item, like gift item. You see this is a gift item I can give somebody. Yes, I'm telling you. See, I don't joke with it. In my business, I give gifts. Personally, I give gifts. Money gift. I give gifts. I might not have the money, but I have something. I'll give a very good example. So there's part of a business that we do right now, which is like short-lived management and short-lived management, right? So I knew that I wanted to give a very great mentor of mine something, but I didn't have the kind of finance to give him, and I just offered him 3 nights. Or was it 3 nights or 4 nights? 4 nights in one of our apartments. I offered him 4 nights until date. I offered him 4 nights and make sure that I took care of their food that period. You see, that experience that they had alone is more than 500,000 or 1 million naira I would have given to them, because they will never forget it in a hurry. So gifts are very essential when it comes to emerging. It helps you emerge quickly, quicker, faster. And guess what? God will send men to you. God sent the 3 wise men to Jesus. It's God that sent them. God will send men to you. He will send men to you. So you have to be able to manage this. And I'm challenging you watching me right now. Go and restore every bad, no matter how bad it is. See, people will be people. They will forgive, people have forgiving hearts, except somebody who did you wicked, for example, try to kill you or something. No. But when you know that, okay, when you analyze the issue, you know that, okay, no, I didn't handle it. Or maybe person was talking to you and you're just, just all over the place. Now, I can't talk to me like that. You can't do this to me. No. Sister, Pico, calm down. My husband say, baby, calm down when I'm angry. Say, baby, calm down. Sister, please, calm down. Think about it. Send a message to that person. Especially if the person is a professional relationship, a professional person connection, or personal connection, but you have thought about it, you were wrong. Person is higher than you, maybe in your workplace, your boss, your manager, your supervisor. Please manage well, because you realize that when you slow down to respond to something, the Holy Spirit gives you insight on how to respond later on. Even though you are fuming, sometimes some people send message and I'm angry, I want to respond. You just hold it. You just hold it. You hold it, right? Later on, maybe after 2 hours, 3 hours, that's okay. Let me respond like this, or let me respond like that. So managing key relationship, partnership is a gateway to success. Is a gateway to emergence. Is a gateway to emergence. You cannot emerge just by yourself. You need people. My pastor used to say this, and he has told me personally. He said, Gladys, I might not be rich by cash. By the way, cash is not rich. When you are rich in cash, that's not riches. So please go back and understand that and define what's cash. Oh, I'm rich. That's not riches. He said, I might not be rich by physical cash, but guess what? I'm rich in people. When he said that I had good bombs on me. He said, I'm rich in people, quality people. And that made me start thinking, am I rich in people? And I started building. You can build your relationship bank. You can build it. Deposit there. And there's some mentors that will do some bad things to you. Don't respond negatively, because you might not glean that thing that God wants you to glean from them. And it will be and it's a test. So you have to keep depositing in your relationship bank. You can't let it go empty, because one day you will be in trouble and nobody will come and save you. Mrs. Awoshika has taught us these things a lot. Manage your relationship with care. Manage them like this. Like it means a lot to you. Try your best not to mess up your either personal or professional connections. It means a lot. That is your bank. You will always withdraw from there. You always withdraw referral. You always withdraw goodwill. You always withdraw recommendations. I'm telling you, maybe where maybe where you are going and you don't know anybody or something, and your mentor just says, no, don't worry, I'll call the MD for you. If you the gap that will save you, it will save you a lot of stress and procedure. So manage your key relationships. The things that will take you 7 years to get, with your relationship, it can take you just 2 months. I'm telling you the truth. So as women, I'm challenging you to manage your key relationship. And this is my final point. This is my final point. And like I said, it's a family meeting, our conversation. Manage your relationship. Professional relationship is so vital for emergence. It's so vital. And I'm looking forward to episode 2, because that is going to be boom, 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 boom. Key relationships are very, very good for career, for personal wise, for personal use and all that, for personal purpose and all, right? So key relationships are good. Discover yourself. Self-discovery is very important. Self-discovery is very, very important. Please take your time. Just reflect on who you are. Reflect on your values. What makes you you, what you stand out for. Reflect on them. And then that will help you better discover your passion, your purpose, what you stand for, what you are meant to do on earth. Right? And it help you develop your skills, your leadership skills. Okay, if you know that this is, I have, when you discover that you like to write, you start writing, and it help you develop different skills that will help you in your career, in your life, right? And I'm hoping that this has blessed somebody, even if it's one person. This has blessed you to be able to go on a self-discovery. Like I said, self-discovery is a continuous journey. You can't just say, oh, this month I've discovered myself, so therefore, see, when you are in next 2 years, you still want to think, okay, because as you grow, you keep, you're growing out of some things, and you keep topping up, those things, you keep topping up, and you keep discovering yourself. Keep discovering yourself. Don't leave some things aside. Empower yourself at every point of your life. Empower yourself at every stage of your life. Empower yourself. Keep empowering yourself. Don't wait for anybody. Opportunity does not wait for anybody. Opportunity that yields to result meets prepared. You have to be prepared to harness opportunity. You have to. I was telling some women, I said, go and get your international passport ready. Just it. Tomorrow it might be just like this, right? So get empowered. Have a vision. Don't just think, oh, I want to be a great woman. That is not a vision. What does it take to be a great woman? What does it take to be a great woman? Right? So harness your relationship, feed them, feed your relationship. Cultivate a very good relationship with everybody, no matter how tough it is. Please cultivate a very good working relationship with people. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Unfortunately, people can't comment. I don't know what I did when I was starting, because it took a while for me to be able to go live. However, thank God we're able to go live, right? Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. I really enjoyed today's class. I know It was amazing for everyone who have joined, and you have learned a thing or two, right? And I know that you're going to have to implement it. And after 3 months, after the next September, October, November, by the time I'm seeing you in November, I'm seeing you, exhibiting those things that I've talked about. You are more, when you are self-aware, your face lit up when you enter. People see you just be glowing because, God, I'm beautiful. I'm fine. I'm okay the way I mean, even though people are doing different type of things in their body, I'm okay. Satisfaction is, comes to you easily. You're not easily swayed by others. Right now that Brazilian hair is everywhere. If you don't have 1 million, you can't buy. But please enjoy the one you have. You see my braid, I love it. Nobody can do shakara with my Brazilian hair for me. So you know who you are. Be have have confidence in who you are and what you have, what you wear, what you are doing, and please find joy in what you are doing. Find joy. Find joy in your job. Find joy in pursuing your life purpose and vision. Find joy in it, because when you find joy in it, more and more and more will be open up to you. You will see more. When someone is sad, they don't see opportunities around them. But when you have a very bright smile, people can come to you, who warm up to you, who can talk to you. If I any of those ladies on this call tonight, and men are not coming to you because even the way your face is, they can't approach you because your face is not approachable. So please, women, always, always, always do like this. Do like this. Yes, always, always. Please, problem. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Don't put your problem, don't write it on your face. Smile at all times, okay? So that men can see you. They can admire you. Not just men, I mean, oh. Men, women, and women. People will see you. Let me use people. People will see you. People can easily relate with you, talk to you. I'm very approachable. When you see me, I'm always smiling. Except I'm angry, but I think that's, I don't, it doesn't happen anymore because I've been able to manage that aspect of my life, right? So I always smile. I always smile regardless, and I don't let the, what I'm going through right now determine my present state. I just figure out, what, so this has happened, I move on. I start finding a way to make good use of, everything that is, make use of that particular, situation, right? I have to apply myself and make good use of it, right? So I hope you're able to enjoy today's class. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again in November as we have the next episode of Emerge. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.